We're moving up in the world today and going to look at how we can do a little more advanced printing to the PrintCenter. Let's say that you wanted to put together a booklet that had a colored first page, but you decided that the interior of the publication didn't need to be colored. It could be white. And then whether you chose to do a colored final page or not to kind of finish out the booklet would be up to you. So we're going to talk about how you can do something like this, again, to have a color front and back. And in this particular case, it wouldn't matter if you had it stapled or if you chose to have it bound, or whatever the case might be, the steps are the same. So let's take a look. Okay, so let's pretend that this is the cover that I want to have on my document. And if I want the first page to be in color but not have the actual booklet start on the back of the first page, what I'll need to do is include a blank page. So what I'm going to do is just either insert a page break or press enter so that this is now 2 pages, this cover. And then I'm going to export it as a PDF. The rest of my document is a PDF. If I had this all as one document, I wouldn't need to do this particular step. But sometimes we make a cover in a separate page. So I'm just showing that as an example. If that's something that you do, that maybe your cover was made in one place and you pulled off the document in another location, I'm going to show you how to put these together. So if this were one long document, I'd want to add a blank page here and then continue on with the rest of my document on the multiple pages. So now that I have this created as a PDF, I'm going to open it in Preview. And I have the thumbnails showing here. If I didn't, I would go up to View and choose Thumbnails so that I could see those. And here's the rest of my document that I want in white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select these pages here. I'm going to do a Command A to select those first 2 pages. And then I'm going to drag them up here, and I'm going to now have my cover, the back of the cover, the document that I have. And if I decide that I want the last page to be colored as well, and maybe nothing on it, maybe I just want a plain color sheet to kind of finish out the packet, then what I can do, instead of putting the cover on the back again, I can select this blank page that I have, and I can add that on to the end. And if I need to mentally, I could certainly add another one on there too. So page 7 and 8 would be blank. Okay, so I'm done with this one now, and here is my whole document that I want to print. So I'm going to go up to File and Print and choose the PrintCenter Mac so that I can tell the exact instructions that I want to use. I want to remind you that in this spot you should tell what pages you want to use from here if it's different than the whole thing. So if I only wanted to print the first 4 pages, I should go here and say I want to print from 1 to 4. But in this case I want to do all of them. And so I'm going to choose Print. So on this particular screen, I'm going to start by saying how many copies that I want of this particular booklet up here. And then I'm going to go down on the page. The rest of this makes sense to me. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to say that I want pages 1 and 2, pages 1 to 2 to be normal, meaning it could be cardstock. If you wanted your cover to be a little heavier, you could choose cardstock over there. So I'm going to choose normal from there. This is the size, so I want it to be letter, and this is the color that I would want this to be. So maybe I want it to be a yellow, so I'm going to choose canary yellow from there. Now I'm going to push the little plus sign here because I want pages 3 through 6. Again, this is going to be normal paper. It's going to be letter size, and it's going to be white. And then if I want my back page to also be colored, then I'm going to choose in here page 7 to 8. As again, I'm choosing normal. I'm not using cardstock for this. Letter, and again I want that to be canary. Now down here, make sure that this booklet that you want to do the long edge duplex on here, that means it's going to be back to back. And then if I wanted this stapled in the upper left-hand corner, I could do that. And so I would have a nice packet. If I was going to have it bound, then I would leave that part blank. And down in my notes down here, I would say, again, repeat my instructions and that I would want it bound. And then you would do OK to submit job.